the next part of my suit is the chest armour. This was actually the very first piece that I made of my suit. I wanted to make sure that if I could make the chest armour and it kind of worked okay, that I'll be able to make the rest of the suit. So this is actually the oldest part of the whole suit. The plans for this I actually got off another YouTuber. I think I mentioned him before. He's Close Encounters of the Second Kind is what he runs by. He's a guy, I think, from either Spain or Italy, who's making his own trooper suit now. I'll talk about that later, but anyway, this is what I made. Chest part, back part. Okay, as you can notice, I put some padding in the actual shoulder straps and parts of the front of the actual suit. The actual shoulder straps velcro away from the front, which aids putting on the suit, and then it is again velcro sided on the actual piece as well. This side is sealed up. Now, while I'm talking about this, if you go on to the 501st website, they tell you there is no seam line in the actual armour under the description. But I found from photographs of the actual movie that when you see any of the clone troopers, you can actually see a definite join line. So I am a bit disappointed in the 501st description of the armour and what they say is acceptable or not acceptable for suit armour, because I find that their own troopers have many different varieties, and also then my own research on the clone armour showed that many people have different interpretations of what it's supposed to look like. Either they're taking it from the actual clone movie, or they're taking it from the animated series or whatever. So there is slightly different designs differences, but I'll keep on about this one at the moment before I get too sidetracked. In the back, what I did do was put a speaker in the back part, and then there's another speaker hidden behind here which comes through this part, and then this weird little box here actually is my amplifier, and then I have a connection cable down here. I'll talk about what all that's about later on. Before I move on to any of the parts of the armour, I just want to talk about the problems I had with this design when I made it. When I first made it, it fitted fine, it fitted great. I didn't think there was going to be any problems with it. But once I started trooping with it, with the full costume, I suddenly found out that I couldn't get my arms around to the front of my chest because of these square parts. When I did more research recently, I realized that these are not as big as these prints, this blueprint had been designed. The actual size of these should be somewhere like here instead, and this is supposed to be more flushed. So unfortunately the blueprints that I had for this chest armour was not correct, which ended up in small damage appearing in here. I've actually cracked the armour here and here from trying to get my arm across my chest through the night, so this will have to be fixed before I put it back into storage. Also you can see, maybe you can see that, lots of dint marks here and here, and especially on this side where the armour, my armour was basically smacking off this as I was trying to move. But besides that, it held up pretty well. It's actually very lightweight and really good. That's it for the chest armour.